recruiting. We'll talk about ball, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online Radio Show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Gather round. This is the Ticket Water Cooler, brought to you by Wingstop.
This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game.
Coming at you live in the heart of Lincoln, America.
I say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
On air and online at theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Jake Bakoven and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
Jake Bachman.
He's not here.
It's BJ and Terrell show.
Welcome into the Ticket Water Cooler. 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. I'm Rico, joined by the gentleman from the captain and the black shirt, Rashawn and Terrell.
Hey, you want to get me up on this stream here? Now you can put me wherever you want to. Now it's show. I guess just to be I just get to be a co-pilot.
These are good.
I get to tell you, hey, watch out for that deer.
Backseat driving?
No, I'm in the front, baby.
You on backseat drive?
In the back. I'm asleep. Oh, well, see,
sleeping?
No help.
Wow.
No help. You know, what I do with people like that you go on a road trip that go to sleep immediately?
What?
If it's cold, I'm letting all the windows down.
Well, you can let me out of the nearest
you ain't going to
truck
sleep
stop.
On me.
No, I like so this is me. I started off. I drive 6, 7, 8, 9 hours and then I pass the wheel. And I'm done.
What if that's the whole trip?
Then
we done.
We done.
I like it. I wish you could. I wish I had you as a driver.
Yeah, I need you.
My drivers ain't no good. We went to St. Louis to get a car. It's my son, my cousin. We rolling, and of course my cousin sleep because he worked that night. But my son, I asked you to come here at 5 so you can drive, son. He's like, Dad, I'm tired. I'm like, oh man,
yeah, I like
what I need you for.
I like to be the rabbit. You know, I like to start it off. You know, that mean I ain't got to do it later.
Are you a nighttime beginner driver or daytime?
Both.
I like night.
Yeah, because when I drove to Indiana, I left probably around about 2 in the morning.
Yeah. The first time I drove out of state, me and my mom were going down to Louisiana after my junior year. We were going down to Louisiana for a cousin's wedding. And she handed me the wheel in Missouri. And she's like, I just need a couple hours of shut-eye. So you just drive. She's like, you just follow this road and you just keep going. The signs will tell you where to go. And I was like, okay. We pulled up we were driving. And at one point there was this turn. And I don't know what this person was doing, but they had collected a whole bunch of different like street signs and put them in their yard. So I'm driving. The lights hit all these signs. And they start lighting up. And I'm like, what is happening right now? I didn't know what to do. I would like stop the car. I was like, Mom, what is happening? She's like, you just got to follow the road. I was like, this says turn, U-turn, yield, stop here, like all this stuff. I was confused as heck.
I tell you what, my dad came and got me from Kansas one time, and we drove, and we had stopped in Tupelo, Mississippi to see cousin Hucklebuck, and he told me to drive. Mm-hmm. From Tupelo, Mississippi to Birmingham, Alabama was roughly probably about 3 hours. I couldn't even make it. I was 20 years old. I couldn't even drive 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah, I was a sorry driver back then. So
you're still a sorry driver.
I know.
If he can give me 6 to 9
hours,
I
can get. Man, let me tell you something. I stop at one of those Pilot gas stations and get that high rib coffee. Shit, man, I'm driving with both hands on the wheel and I'm speeding and I'm listening to my music and I'm going.
I say, give me some music.
And going and going and
give
going.
Me some music, give me a Mountain Dew. I'm good.
Yeah, no Mountain Dew in the morning. Coffee.
Oh, I'll take Coke in the morning. That's
high rail. Oh,
it's okay. Morning Coke, it works. Coffee. I mean, I'm more of a coffee guy now, but it's all right. It's whatever. But first things first, I do want to say condolences to the Leach family as Mike Leach passed away Monday night after complications related to a heart condition. The school announced he was 61 years old. The then Mississippi State head coach Mike Leach has passed away. And I just want to say condolences to his family, condolences to anybody that ever had the chance to meet him, his former and current players, and just anybody that was around Mike Leach for any period of time. I'm sure he meant a lot to everyone, and that just sucks, man.
Yeah, Texas Tech, Washington State,
Mississippi State.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was a assistant coach at a bunch of different places. I know Kentucky posted he was an assistant at Kentucky for a time. So his influence is in a lot of places in college football. The air raid attack at Texas Tech. I know Nebraska fans, got to see him a decent amount, probably more than they wanted to see him. But one of the more colorful people in college football history, just kind of said whatever he wanted to say. Didn't really care what people thought about him.
I think him and Mike Gundy are more of the two outspoken coaches in college football.
They don't care what anybody thinks. They just say what they're going to say, and it's refreshing to have a coach like that.
Speaks his mind.
Exactly. No coach speak. He's just going to tell you, he hates candy corn and fruitcake.
I hate fruitcake.
He's going to
tell you. No, I don't. I'm not going to say that.
He's going to.
The guy from Graham, what it is? Beatrice Baker. All right.
That's because Mike Leach never had no Beatrice Bakery.
He never had Beatrice Baker.
Right. But, he's going to tell you exactly who would win between the mascots fighting in the Pac-12. He's going to go into very detailed analysis of all that, and he's going to hold on. We have one clip, and this is one of my favorite ones from Mike Leach.
We failed to make our coaching points and our points more compelling than their fat little girlfriends. Now, their fat little girlfriends have some obvious advantages. For one thing, their fat little girlfriends are telling them what they want to hear, which is how great you are and how easy it's going to be.
Oh, Mike Leach, man. This is gone way too soon. 61 years old. May he rest in peace.
Dang, that's young, man. By the way, Casey Rogers had 13 solo tackles, 17 assisted tackles, 30 tackles total, 3-point tackles for loss. Let's see what else he had.
I was wondering what you were looking up. You were looking up Casey Rogers' stats.
Said he had a touchdown, though.
Like an interception?
Something.
Fumble return? Good for him.
It wasn't an interception. It had to be a fumble return.
Yeah.
Yeah, fumble return. So
it could have been an interception.
It could have been, but it's not. And he's only a junior, so he comes back again next year. I think that's good for them. At Nebraska, he was 15 solo tackles, 27 assists for 42 total, 6.0 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, so the same there. And that's it. 2 PDs. What's a PD?
Pass deflections.
There you go. Pass deflections.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Casey Rogers had a decent season at Oregon.
Yeah, no
start
season.
though.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, and as a defensive tackle, you don't know what type of impact they had. They could have went the other way. Could have.
Didn't.
Don't forget Sipple. What Aaron talking about?
That was when you guys were just naming people off that worked here.
We forgot Sipple.
Tragic.
Dang, Sip.
The one, the only.
Don't hold it against the Sip.
Stephen
We old now, Sip.
He ain't listening.
Stephen
once he leaves, he's done. He leaves the station, he's not listening anymore. He's busy. He's probably somewhere. He's probably at home writing a column right now. Yeah, writing a column for On3, little Husker Online stuff. Speaking of On3 and Husker Online stuff, Nebraska had a pretty good recruiting weekend this weekend. Got 3 commitments, including a I don't know how much people care about this, and they got a long snapper out of Florida, which is very important. You ever not had a good long snapper? It's very important.
I've never not had a good long snapper. No.
Exactly. So can you imagine not having one?
That should never happen in college football.
Well, now Nebraska has one. Transfer from Florida.
And that's all he's going to do is long snap.
That's all he's going to do.
Yeah. If I had it to do over again, I would have put long snapping in my repertoire because there was a guy, I can't remember, Kendall. It was his last name or first name, but I know he played for the Chiefs when I was there. And at that point, he was there 10 years. And he ended up playing like 20 years. All he did was long snap.
Dang.
Okay? There's something they call league minimum
that is
for a veteran. It's like $700,000 now.
That's pretty nice.
I once drove 16 hours from Beatrice, Nebraska to Johnson City, Tennessee, Huskers says.
That's
I drove all the way to California a couple times by myself. John says this, Rashawn, if you have someone riding with you and they go to sleep, just jerk the wheel back and forth. That will wake them up. Just say,
wake up.
I don't know what kind of animal that was, but it was huge. I guarantee they will stay awake after that. Okay, I'm going to use that one. I mean, I don't like, I'm not going to use that one because I don't like to jank the wheel because.
Just in case.
You just don't. So a lot of times I'm towing a vehicle.
Yeah, you can't trick the wheel around.
So,
like that.
so this is what you do. You get behind one of those vehicles that
the truck tow, the semi tow, and the semi
towing, and you get behind that one.
And
He
you-
said, "Oh my God, they're coming!" And they wake up and
Yep. Those videos are funny.
Yeah, so
You guys are cool, man.
Those are funny.
How about we just go over to the little bumps? Side, yeah, hit him with the.
Well, you seen the video of the dude's grandpa or his dad or whatever that fell asleep at the wheel, and he like goes in the median. He's like, he's like, the guy just ran me off the road. He fell asleep.
Every year, my family goes to Minnesota for a first trip, and I drive 6.5 hours. My fiance comes with, but she gets nervous on the interstate, and I choose life. I choose life with you.
Makes
if
sense.
someone is on that highway and they're nervous, get them out of the wheel.
Don't drive on the highway.
No,
Don't do it.
no. I have to get on my drivers because I say, hey, if you buy a truck, you do two things: either fall behind it or get past it. There's no gray area. You never want to ride next to a truck. If that tire blows, you're in trouble.
Mhm.
All right. Cheeseburger says drove from Lincoln to Seattle. Wow. And Lincoln to Navarre to Navarre, or is that Navarre?
I don't know how to pronounce
Florida. Was it my senior year?
it. How far is that?
It was either my senior year or my sophomore year, my redshirt sophomore year. I drove back from Miami.
trying to be cheap, trying to get that money.
What do you mean trying to be cheap?
What about the money?
You know how much $1,500 was in 19? Let me ask you this: what would compare? What would $1,500 be compared to today in today's money?
From when?
From 1995.
Let me check.
Oh,
That's
you
a
got
lot.
a calculator for
It's
that?
a lot. It's gonna be a lot.
Well,
Check that out.
I know gas was like 96 cents or $1, so a couple of gallons of gas.
Hey, Ryan, you are funny. It ain't happening no more, guys. You ain't gonna get me. You ain't gonna get me.
Whoa.
Kendall Gammons, pecan pie. Thank you, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. That was cool.
So 1,500 1995 is equivalent to $2,933.19 today.
So almost double.
Yeah.
Wow. So if you didn't come back with the team, you got what you would get for a plane ticket. Well, my mom had passed away, and I had my home in California living with my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
So then you get a ticket from Miami to California. Oh, that's a lot of money.
Whew.
Last minute too. 0019 says, "Let God take the wheel."
Nope. I'll take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. No, sir.
Yeah, he's a 5-star. Who's a 5-star?
The long snapper. I don't know. I don't know if he's a 5-star or not. I do know they also got a 3-star, I think 3-star, maybe 4-star corner out of IMG to commit.
Yeah.
And then the 3-star defensive end out of the junior college in California to commit.
Yeah, I hate those stars. Why you just can't be a person and they committed and look at their film?
Well, look, if you pay attention to what Matt Rule's done in his previous stops, it takes 3 stars, and by the time they're done at their time at the university, they're playing a lot better than a 3-star.
Well, you know why? Than a 5-star, but you know why though? Because 3 stars are gonna get there and work a lot harder than a 5-star would.
Mm-hmm.
He's got something to prove. Why I ain't a 5-star?
Unless you have a 5-star that's kind of like a, Terrell mentioned it earlier, like a Will Anderson type, who's going to work hard regardless of how talented he is, and is just trying to get better and better because they're trying to be the best that they can be, or the best that's ever been. And that's rare in some people nowadays. So getting somebody who's as talented as he is, who also wants to work as hard as some of those guys who have to, play with a chip on their shoulder because they're not as highly ranked or highly recruited, and they feel like they got to prove something. That's, if you get somebody like that, then that's an amazing player right there.
Longest solo trip driven.
Solo trip?
Solo.
I ain't driven really nowhere.
Yeah, man, probably about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Really?
I ain't really.
What is wrong with you guys? That's why you guys act like
Actually,
that.
no.
You haven't been anywhere.
Grand
6
Island
or 7
from
hours.
Lincoln.
You got to get out of the state for it to count.
6 or 7 hours. I went from Omaha to Sydney.
By yourself.
Yeah.
Sydney, Nebraska?
Yeah, Sydney, Nebraska.
I was about to say.
It's on the other side of the state. It's in the
Perfect.
Panhandle.
Did you hear what I told Terrell?
You got to get out of the state. I know.
No, that don't count.
Well, then I ain't been nowhere.
I drove to California by myself.
Nope. Hard pass.
That was a long time.
I
And
ain't doing
I was in a, I'll never forget, it was 04 BMW. And I'm going into, what is that when you, Reno?
Nevada?
Yeah, I'm in Reno, and you're getting ready to go down the hill to get to Sacramento,
Mhm.
go down the mountain. And this is the first time I knew something wasn't right. So they tell me if you don't have change on your car, you can't go down the mountain. So if you got a rear-wheel drive car, you cannot go down that mountain unless you get change.
Yep.
I got change on my car. Get down to the bottom of the hill. First of all, the change cost me $60. Cost me another $40 to get them taken on. Guess what happened when you get to the bottom?
Wasn't under.
Charge you $40 more to take them off. By the time I got home, my tires were destroyed. Took me 24 hours to get there, but better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, long trips, man. By yourself, you got plenty of time to think. Think about what Terrell was doing.
See, if I take a trip by myself, I probably would pull over 3-4 times at the rest stops, take a nap, because you get bored driving by yourself.
I'd be thinking to myself,
well, I don't give you. How you get bored? So you got phones.
You ain't supposed to be on your phone.
Look at your phone while you're driving.
I listen to a podcast.
I'm gonna need both of you guys to get with the 20th century.
What?
It's 2022, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you still ain't supposed to be on your phone.
That's a lie.
No, you're not supposed to.
That's a lie.
No, it's not a lie.
You telling me it's a law that you can't be on your phone?
Yes.
Show it to me. I know you.
If you
have lost your noodles.
No.
You have lost
it is
noodles.
illegal to drive and be on your phone.
That's a lie.
Text and drive, PJ.
That's the truth. I can be on my phone inside my car that has Bluetooth.
That's not.
Got him. Got him. Got him. I don't want to hear it. Got him.
Why is he the way that he is?
Got him. That's all I can say. Got him.
You didn't get anybody.
Got him.
That's not what we were talking about.
It was what we were talking about.
No, it's not. We said be on your phone. You
No.
can't be on your phone. As in, you were talking be on your phone, not talking on the phone.
See, youngster, let me just,
you didn't say talking on the phone. There's a difference.
Let this old guy help you.
Don't you?
Okay, I'm gonna rewind. I said to Terrell, what?
How can you be bored?
How could you be
when
bored
we have phones?
When we have phones.
Yeah.
Meaning Terrell Farley, if he's on a road trip, can call me, and if I ain't doing nothing, I probably could give him an hour or so.
Terrell ain't trying to talk to nobody.
That's a lie.
I definitely don't want to talk to you for an hour.
That's another lie. You was on the trip and you needed to stay up?
Honestly, the last thing I want to do when I'm driving is talking to somebody.
Well, talk to VJ.
Listen.
You wouldn't be doing much talking.
Yeah. I don't like to talk when I'm around a whole bunch of people.
That's a lie.
Okay, cool.
That's a
lie.
The biggest lie I ever heard.
I was making sure y'all was paying attention.
I was waiting to see where you were going with that one.
70, what is it? 0124 says drove to Sacramento to Lake Havasu to Lincoln, Nebraska in one shot. Gas and bathroom breaks were the only stop. Sweet.
Like Havasu in Arizona?
Willie says, see, here's Willie. Willie says drove straight through to Miami in 97. Between three of us for T.O.'s last game, 27 hours. Stopped at the swamp in Gainesville to run around on the field for a bit.
Back when you could get on the field. Can't get on the field nowhere anymore.
Barely can get in Nebraska now.
Nebraska Nolan says, I once drove from Newport, Oregon, just south of Portland, to Lincoln, Nebraska. One shot to the wife. Drove with last 6 hours. That's it. Or with the wife. I'm going to imagine.
And you're saying the wife drove the last 6 hours. Nope. That's a long drive. I drove to Sacramento with my mom once. That was almost 24 hours.
Yeah?
Yeah.
James says Albany, New York. How long is that trip?
Hours.
Has anybody ever taken that trip from Miami to
Portland?
To yeah.
Or hold on.
Or New York
Washington.
or Maine to California?
I'm sure people have.
I wonder how long it takes. Lincoln to Quebec City. How long that
I
takes?
don't know. I've been on a Greyhound bus for about 24 hours.
Bro, those
Greyhound
worst times ever.
Those Greyhound drivers are built different.
Well, they pull in and everybody, we got 30 minutes. If you miss the bus, you're gonna get left.
They're different, man.
They are different. Rico's right.
What am I right about?
It's rare to find a 5-star who trying to be a dog become a 10-star.
Yes. A 5-star works as hard as a 3-star.
They don't.
Speaking of 5 stars,
Some of them do.
South Carolina just had a running back. Marshawn Lord has entered the transfer portal. Lord was he was a 4-star
Mhm.
the number 4 player in Maryland, the number 5 running back overall, and the number 42 player overall.
There's some connections to Nebraska, not only Satterfield, who was his offensive coordinator at South Carolina, but he was recruited by Scott Frost and the old staff to Nebraska. So I think he's come on a visit before to Nebraska. So he knows the campus, he knows the university, he knows all that. And, like I just said, his offensive coordinator is now the offensive coordinator at Nebraska.
He gone.
I think we can use a good 2-headed monster back there. Well, that'd be a 3-headed
monster.
Yeah, man.
4-headed monster.
You hope.
Shout out Ramir.
Yeah.
You hope.
It's a lot of running backs.
You hope. You only got one ball. Eric says longest solo, Lincoln to Dallas and back straight through 20 hours. Chase B solo trip for work. I had to drive to Dubois. Is it Dubois or
Dubois? I'm gonna go Dubois.
Nebraska and back.
Oh, I did a 24-hour trip. I did drop my kids off and dropped them off at the door. Said, see you later, bye. Drove right back to Lincoln. That was 20 hours.
Aaron says he once drove from Lincoln to Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada. 19 hours straight through.
Whew.
Hey.
That's some long drives. Y'all driving forever. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it by myself.
Jay Stu says, how is he just now finding out about this? I used to drive my 1990 Honda CRX from Lincoln to San Francisco at least a year, maybe 2 times. Nevada was always creepy hills, have eyes, plus signs that tell you the next gas stations are over 100 miles away.
That's terrifying.
I hate that.
That is terrifying.
The captain, the ticket, 93.
You on the ticket water?
My
cooler.
bad.
Come
It's
on,
the captain in
the black shirt.
and
Rico
on
the ticket water cooler.
will be back.
Hey, this is Jake Bachman. Fall and football are in the air, and the holiday season is on its way. Whether it's fantasy for a little extra budge in your budget. By enrolling in a clinical research study at Solarion, you'll be giving your time to help develop possible medications for the future. In return, you'll be getting up to $500 per day for your time and travel. To qualify for the study, you should be healthy and 19 years old or older. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/holiday.
Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends. That's the greatest compliment we can receive. If you've been in an accident, we'll get you back in your vehicle as quickly as possible. Our technicians care about you and your family and repair your vehicle to factory standards. We handle your claim from start to finish and provide a free loaner car. Stop by for a free estimate. Eustace Body Shop, just south of 88th and Highway 2.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Riddles Jewelry is excited to showcase the scintillating Levion Jewelry Collection. Levion is known for their love of reinventing fine designer jewelry through unique combinations of chocolate diamonds, vibrant gemstones, and precious metals. Levion and Riddles Jewelry, 2 family-owned businesses who put customers at the heart of what they do. No one colors your world better than Levion. So visit Riddles Jewelry today and receive $100 off any Levion purchase now through Christmas.
At Riddles Jewelry, Gateway Mall.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell gold and silver, Lincoln Coin and Bullion is here to help. We set aside a full hour for our first-time buyers. When you are ready to sell, we provide a line item quote and show you how the values are determined. Operating by appointment only ensures a discreet and confidential experience. Lincoln Coin and Bullion, an A+ rated business with the Better Business Bureau. Call to schedule your private appointment today. LincolnCoinandBullion.com.
Hey, Steve. Welcome to Great Clips. Great Clips asks, what's the difference between good and great? Come on back and have a seat. Good asks you what haircut you'd like. I have all your details from last time. Would you like the same haircut today? Great already knows. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details so you can get the same thing as last time, every time. Download our online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Sartor Heyman Jewelers says, let it snow, because a white New Year's Eve could mean free jewelry. Shop from December 1st to December 24th, and if it snows 3 inches or more on New Year's Eve, your purchase is free. Holiday savings throughout the store. 36 months interest-free financing with approved credit. Shop from December 1st to December 24th, and if it snows 3 inches or more on New Year's Eve, your purchase is free. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, a Nebraska tradition since 1905.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
And now a letter to Santa from the world of Yum.
Dear Santa, hi, how are you? I am well. Let's get to it. This year, Beatrice Bakery cakes for everyone. For my mom, apple streusel cake. For my dad, definitely the turtle nut cake. For my brother Jimmy, how about some of those chocolate-covered fruitcake squares? And maybe a couple of those for me too? In fact, give me more than you give him. For Mrs. Swanson at school, the chocolate...
Check out Grandma's fruitcake and all the delicious desserts at Beatrice Bakery. Welcome to our world of yum.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
The Ticket Water Cooler with Jake Bakoven and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
With Tony White in his 3-3-5 system that he's going to bring to Nebraska, do you think that's a fit in the Big Ten?
It does seem like a type of defense that allows for a lot of different formations at the point of attack. It's not that they're only going to have 3 down linemen, it's that it allows for pressure to come from a lot of different spots. In terms of, rushing the passer, which is something that Nebraska has kind of been lacking in.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to the Ticket Water Cooler. Brought to you by Wingstop on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Water Cooler here on 93.com. The captain and the Black Shirt are out. They have left. They're done for the day. I appreciate them for staying for, half an hour, giving me a nice half an hour with those two crazy gentlemen. It was a blast. But I welcome in one Nick Sainert. Rico, what's up? It'll be a little extension of the happy hour. I'm good, man. How are you doing? I'm good. After your long night, early morning.
We're okay. We're hanging in there.
How much sleep did you get?
About 2.5 hours, I believe.
Sounds terrible.
It does. But here's the thing. I got to make sure I'm not complaining too much because, number one, there's people that do that on the daily with kids. Right? I've heard stories of you guys.
KJ was up at like 3:30 this morning.
Yeah,
didn't want to go back to sleep till 5.
So I got to be careful how much I talk about it.
No, you're good. School sucks.
Yeah. So
it's understandable.
We're almost done.
No, I totally get it, man.
Almost done. Got 5 months left. 5.
So 5?
6-ish. May. Whenever May is.
Okay.
So I haven't started a countdown or anything yet.
No countdown on your phone?
No countdown on my phone. But it was like I'm starting to get the
Months,
emails.
Weeks, days,
well, I'm starting to get the emails of like, you better prepare. You better prepare for what life is like after college and
this.
Yeah, I'm not expecting a whole lot to change.
You just won't have class.
I just won't have to go to class, or I won't have to do a final.
That is actually a weird thing. Not going to class is a weird thing that you're just like, oh, I finally don't have to go to class. And then, once you graduate and then the summer ends and like everybody's getting ready to go back to school, you're like, oh, I got to go get my school stuff. You're like, wait, no, I don't.
Yeah, like that's the thing is.
And then the sucky thing is like, I mean, you already have a job, so it's whatever. But like when school ends and it's time for summer and people are just like, all right, bye, like I'm done. And they just go and you're like, I
may never see them
still here.
Well, it's like I may never see them again. Now, I will say, a lot of my buddies that are my age, I don't have this is gonna sound really.
You don't
weird.
have a lot of friends your age.
I don't have a lot of friends my age, and that's just kind of how it is. I have a lot of older friends, like 24, 25, 26, 30. Older friends,
30 plus.
Yeah, even like 60 plus sometimes.
Shout out Jay Foreman.
Yeah, Jay. Anyway,
that like I'm realizing with the friends that I do have that are my age that are graduating once again, whether it's December, whether it's May, they are freaking out about what they're going to do after college. They're talking about master's programs. They're talking about what jobs they're going to have. And I have realized over the last couple months how lucky and blessed I am to not have to worry right now about that.
Blessed.
Hashtag blessed. I don't have to worry about
You
that.
should tweet that
shout
as
out,
soon as you graduate.
Shout out to DP for taking a chance on me a couple years ago.
You should just tweet out hashtag blessed as soon as you graduate.
Yeah,
Just like,
maybe
got
I
a
should.
job.
Thankfully. So, I mean, yeah, no, cute up guy says you don't have to be careful, Nick. People choose to have children. They also can't complain about no sleep.
Yes, I can.
So I feel like you could. I mean,
you could complain about whatever you want to complain about.
Yeah. But I feel bad doing it on the air.
Nah, you don't have to. Remember we complain about the weather and how cold it is?
Yeah, people hate that. And I also hate the weather right now.
It is also very cold.
It is
and rainy and wet.
It sucks in the cold and it sucks. It sucks in the cold and Tyler. The weather sucks bad. I hate the weather.
It's very bad. It's terrible, and I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm ready for warm weather. So
Yes,
we'll
I'm ready for the warm weather to be back. I'm tired of winter, and I'm tired of winter already. It hasn't even snowed yet. My thing is, if it's going to be
the
this,
thing, it's if you're going to get cold. Like last night, I was driving home from my other job, and at like 9:30 or whatever, and I was like, "This is brutal." Like the pouring rain, the rain was pouring down. See, I knew it. I always rely on these textures. Suck it up, Buttercup. I always rely on them.
Thank you. I won't.
They get me through the day.
Thank you. I won't.
They
if it's
get
gonna
me through
be,
the day.
I'm glad we're kind of on the same page here. If it's going to be this cold, it might as well snow.
Just snow. Just make it miserable.
Because then I know it's cold.
Because then you know it's cold, number one. Number two, you also
Yes, he did, Tyler. Shut up.
Anyway.
Don't feed
I'm not. I did not say anything.
You're feeding him.
But anyway, I just think like it needs to have the snow. Like I'm okay with snow if it's a blizzard.
You're okay with a blizzard?
I'm okay with like a blizzard.
I am not okay with
because
a blizzard.
Here's the deal: is if it's gonna snow, I don't want to go out. I want it to be bad enough to where people can't get around. Because I hate driving around.
Terrible.
No.
For people who need to go places.
Maybe that the people that need to go places in case of emergency, it's terrible. But I like it.
You just want to not work.
See, Rico, you're twisting my words here.
That's what that is.
No, you're.
Guess what? Somebody still has to come in. You know that somebody is
me.
More than likely, Mark.
That is true. It's
Or
Mark.
me.
Well, I don't know if you. Okay, so
I
actually,
come in and reschedule some stuff.
Here's what's funny about that.
Because we can't just have dead air.
There's a story on
That's
that.
not how this works.
There's a story on that.
I was to spend the night here once.
Did Rico make it home?
I gave everybody updates on how I was doing. I almost didn't make it home. It was very dangerous.
I remember that.
Shout out to our snowplow guy. I don't remember his name, but shout out to him.
Yeah,
saved my life.
It means a lot to you if you don't remember his
I gave
name.
him like 5,000 points.
That's right.
That had another name.
Anyway, there's a story back when I was an intern, right? And intern Nick. Nick Papa Giorgio was DP's first nickname for me. Back when I interned on the DP and Steven show from 11 to 2, way back when. It feels like forever ago.
Throwbacks.
Feels like forever ago. Anyway, it was one of those days where the roads were really, really bad. And it was one of those that nobody comes in. And it was just like, listen, if you can get to the station, great. If you can't, like, we understand. And I just like showed up without them saying anything, whether or not I needed to go in or whether or not I needed. And I remember walking in and Mark was like, "You're here?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a Tuesday. Like, why wouldn't I be here?" And he's like, "Oh, okay, nice." Well, then nobody was there to do a 3-hour show. That was the first time. That was how I got to do an actual show for the first time ever. And I had to do it as an intern because they were like, DP was just like, "All right, just go ahead and fill in, I guess." Because I was just here.
Perfect.
So, I don't know. Nebraska Nolan says, "Stop it! Don't be wishing that bad juju on us." I drive truck in that. That's like shout out to the people that go out and prep the streets and treat the streets prior to storms and all that stuff because they're doing that at 3 a.m. when everybody else is sleeping. So
everybody's saying it's 42 degrees. Good for you.
Yeah. It is 42 degrees. Willie says golf and weather in February. I remember I went golfing in January, early January last year, because it was like 55 degrees. But as everybody knows in Nebraska, 55 degrees in January is different than 55 degrees in September.
It's true.
And that golf ball, or I should say that ground, the grass, was not ready to have a golf ball hit out off of it. I mean, that ground was hard. It was frozen.
You were making sure you were not hitting the ground. Shout out to Lucas.
So
at least you work in a climate-controlled building. Your tears are worthless.
See?
Grab your blankie and go call mommy and find a safe space.
yeah, maybe I will, Lucas.
First off,
I appreciate it.
my blankie's at home. I cannot grab it. Secondly, my mom is at work.
My mommy's in Bellevue.
My mommy is in Omaha and working, so I cannot call her. And my safe space is home, so I cannot go because I am working.
That's too bad.
So take that, Lucas. All of everything that you're telling me to do, I can't do. So I bet you feel rude now. Take that, sir. It's fine. I'm gonna complain, and you're just gonna have to deal with it because I have a mic.
Nah, shout out to Lucas for still joining us.
Yeah,
but
we love you. We love all of you.
Well, I mean, Rico, so here's what we have to kind of look forward to the rest of the week. For listeners as well. We have 2 hours the rest of the week. Bach is out the rest of the week.
Terrell and VJ said they can give me half an hour all week.
Okay,
so
well,
we
that's
have
fine.
an hour and a half.
Okay, that's great. Well, whatever.
Well, at least tomorrow is what they said.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be days. There'll be days that they might have to skirt out of here a little bit earlier or whatever, or right at noon when their show's over.
Yeah.
So with that, we have plenty of things that we can get to.
Yes.
But I feel like today, whether we do it, it's just going to kind of be like a throw together one show with the mix of two with water cooler and happy hour, where I think today it just kind of feels like a text bag kind of, or tip jar kind of day. I got to be careful about that.
Again,
got to be very careful. You have rights to it.
Creative control.
Yes, you have rights to it. But I feel like at some point today, with the weather, although it's 45 degrees, Mr. Willie, or 42 degrees, Willie, that I feel like, also with 2.5 hours of sleep, it's kind of a tip jar kind of day.
I have
if
I get the text bag. I
I
get the text bag on the holidays.
Okay.
That's what
If you think
bank holidays.
Yeah, exactly. If you think that that's something that you would be interested in, and the text line.
Oh, I think
let
that's
us know.
something.
Let us know. 402-464-5685. Should we just open up the happy hour at 1:00 with that?
Like, we'll still, talk some stuff that we have. There's plenty of stuff going on.
We got plenty of stuff.
But we will also, if you have a random thought that you want to hear us answer, or a random question you want answered, we can do our best to answer it.
That's because we're gonna be able to cross over here in a moment, and we're gonna be able to go as
cross
far
over with ourselves.
Cross over with ourselves. It's gonna be the same voices at the top of the hour, and we're gonna just be hanging out.
Yeah, Greg and Lincoln. So what are we talking about today? I got a few hours to text. You know what, Greg? Whatever you want.
You want to talk about, Greg.
We can talk. We can talk about Jeff Sims visiting and having a crystal ball to come to Nebraska.
That's right.
We still don't know what's going on with Casey Thompson. We could talk about some of the new commits that they got: a 6'6" defensive end out of a junior college in California, a corner out of IMG Academy. Some more offers going out to players. They're still, looking for speed. A lot more crystal balls going out, showing that Nebraska's kind of in the driver's seat with some key important recruits, not only in the state but out of the state as well. A lot of things going on.
With Rico not being here on Saturday, we can touch on Husker men's basketball and that game against Purdue a little bit more. Talk about
Phantom call.
We could talk about how
the women started off super slow and then
against Stanford
turned it on in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and then it's just okay. So yeah,
Trev Albert's got his Big Ten softball ring.
I saw all that as well. So let's go ahead and do we need to take a break, Rico?
Yeah, we should take a break.
So should we take a break? And then when we come back, let's do what? Should we just start the tip jar now and then just go until it
Well, our
dies?
first question came in. Well, hold on. Let me see if there's any other questions.
We got one question from 1256. There's a lot of other comments about it. Rubber Duck from LinkedIn doesn't want to be from LinkedIn anymore, which is kind of sad.
You are Rubber Duck from LinkedIn.
I kind of want to just keep it from LinkedIn.
I'm sorry, Rubber Duck. You're staying from LinkedIn.
Name change.
Pick a different website.
Yeah.
You can be rubber duck from a different website,
Yes.
but you will always be rubber duck from a website.
From a website.
I'm sorry, that's just how you
LinkedIn is just so funny. I
are.
like
It's
it.
really
so-
funny.
I like it a lot.
I don't know why it's so weird, but so we'll take a break. We'll come back, answer
Wix?
some questions from Wix. That's weird. You guys are listening to the Ticket Water Cooler. It'll turn into the Ticket Happy Hour. You know, we're here. We're having fun. Join us.
Hey, Doc, here's the time give and a clinical. You'll be giving your time to help develop possible new medications for the future. In return, you'll be getting up to $500 per day for your time and travel. To qualify for a study, you should be healthy and 19 years old or older. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/holiday.
Attention all Wings fans! 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to showcase the scintillating Levion jewelry collection. Levion is known for their love of reinventing fine designer jewelry through unique combinations of chocolate diamonds, vibrant gemstones, and precious metals. Levion and Riddle's Jewelry, two family-owned businesses who put customers at the heart of what they do. No one colors your world better than Levion, so visit Riddle's Jewelry today and receive $100 off any Levion purchase now through Christmas.
At Riddle's Jewelry, Gateway Mall.
Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends. That's the greatest compliment we can receive. If you've been in an accident, we'll get you back in your vehicle as quickly as possible. Our technicians care about you and your family and repair your vehicle to factory standards. We handle your claim from start to finish and provide a free loaner car. Stop by for a free estimate. Eustace Body Shop, just south of 88th and Highway 2.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hey, Steve. Welcome to Great Clips. Great Clips asks, what's the difference between good and great? Come on back and have a seat. Good asks you what haircut you'd like.
I have all your details from last time. Would you like the same haircut today?
Great already knows. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details so you can get the same thing as last time, every time. Download our online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
And now, a letter to Santa from the world of Yum.
Dear Santa, hi, how are you? I am well. Let's get to it. This year, Beatrice Bakery cakes for everyone. For my mom, apple streusel cake. For my dad, definitely the turtlenut cake. For my brother Jimmy, how about some of those chocolate-covered fruitcake squares? And maybe a couple of those for me too? In fact, give me more than you give him. For Mrs. Swanson at school, the chocolate.
Check out Grandma's fruitcake and all the delicious desserts at Beatrice Bakery. Welcome to our world of yum.
Hi, I'm Charlie Stone, and I'm back with Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, you said to me earlier you have a lot going on at the dealership. Can you tell our listeners about it?
Sure can, Charlie. As I've said before, if you don't see a vehicle on our lot that you're looking for, it's probably on its way soon.
So, how many new Hondas do you have in stock or on the way?
We have a total of over 325, Charlie, with a great selection of Pilots and Ridgelines in stock right now.
Well, we have been talking about the Honda of Lincoln way of buying cars for several months. How is that going?
People love it. We're buying all makes and models, whether they purchase the car from us or not. I mean, really, it's a no hassle, and we will pay them cash on the same day.
Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
Look, honey, it's a falling star. Let's make a holiday wish.
No, that's a satellite.
Oh, there's another.
No,
airplane.
So what are we supposed to wish on?
Let's enter non-winning Nebraska Lottery Holiday Wishes 2X, 10X, or 20X scratch tickets for a chance to win $1, $5, or $10,000. It's the Holiday Wishes second chance promotion.
Now the one over there has to be a falling star.
Yeah, sorry, bottle rocket fired off by the college kid next door.
Promotion ends January 4th, 2023. Top prize odds vary by game.
You know what's so great about Nebraska Lottery scratch games?
What?
They launch new games every month. Prices range from $1 to $20, with top prizes of up to $200,000. I mean, can you get that much variety and win that kind of money with, chess?
No.
Checkers?
No.
Solitaire?
No, but I once won a badminton tournament and got a $25 savings bond.
Well, I guess that's something.
Yeah. Now it's worth $26.
Nebraska Lottery scratch games. Top prize odds vary by game.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. And you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour. An opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual tours of our learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on.
Showers and even a few rumbles of thunder will be possible for much of the day. We'll see an afternoon high of 53, but temps could start to fall by late in the day. Southeast winds gusting over 30. Mainly cloudy tonight with a low down to 27. Only a high of 36 tomorrow for your Wednesday, with a few snow showers possible by the afternoon. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back to the Ticket Water Cooler. Brought to you by Wingstop on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Final segment of the Ticket Water Cooler here. We brought in a special guest as we're joined by the one and only Derek Pearson. DP, how are you, good sir?
I'm good. Good. Another day in paradise.
Darn right.
Yeah.
Why is paradise so rainy?
Needs it. Farmers.
See, this is the man of logic.
Okay.
We were back there in the last segment saying if it's going to be crappy outside, just be crappy. Don't be this like in between of where it's warmer weather but still rainy.
No,
just be bad. But
Just-
now the man of logic comes in and
Can it rain with no clouds in the sky? I need more sunlight. It is
Yeah,
gloomy and sad.
So you need sunny rain.
Yeah.
Sunny rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sunny rain hits different.
Sunny rain hits different.
it was
does.
weird. It was weird hearing thunderstorms last night though, like the thunder and seeing lightning in the middle of December.
I was not prepared for that.
Yeah,
We were watching a Lifetime movie.
similar to Hallmark.
Yeah. It
Same
was
plot.
what was it? A Christmas dance or something like that.
How do you feel about Hallmark movies, DP?
Oh wow, wow, that's a danger.
There was
zone.
there
I'm a
was
big
a
fan.
now here's the thing that the reason I bring it up is because we had a conversation on the drive this morning about Christmas movies because
did.
we're starting to get to that point, and AD was talking about Home Alone, and Rico was trying to stand up for Hallmark movies.
They're great movies. Okay, they're
I-
not great movies.
They
but
all
I
have
love
the
them.
same plot,
I
which
love
bugs
them.
a lot of people, including myself.
Oh, it's the same movie over
Yeah,
and over again.
I love
just
them.
different characters.
You take the you
Okay.
take the hottest guy and the hottest girl you can find, and then they fall in love. But it's gonna take a while, and there's also gonna be one thing
It takes
that
2.5
drives them apart.
Yeah.
But then they're gonna be like, you know what? I do love them.
We can work through this together.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's everyone, and you know.
Yes,
it. you know.
you
it.
know it's coming.
You know it's there. You kind of get it.
There's
And
one with
then
Lindsay Lohan.
there's
back.
There's several. I mean, see, I'm married and I'm old, so Hallmark.
You love them.
It's inevitable that they're going to end up on your TV. Like Becky, when she can't sleep, Hallmark is her jam.
Oh, they're great.
Like that's her jam. So she, I know
Because
that-
they make her sleep, or
that- well, she falls asleep, but she falls asleep in a good space.
okay,
They're great
okay,
background noise
perfect.
also.
Rather than I mean, I'll go to look for something on the DVR,
Mhm.
and she's recorded like 12 Hallmark Christmas movies.
I also love the titles.
Right, like
so dumb.
A chance on love. Yeah,
tell me it's not.
And his name is Chance.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
and it's just like I'm way too familiar with it. It's a space that
There's
I've
one
been
that's
way
like
too close to.
Christmas calendar, and it's like this lady's grandma died and gave her this like advent calendar that gives her exactly what she needs, and then she finds the guy that she loves is in the same town somehow, and it's just like I love it.
The new one in 2022 is named Falling for Christmas.
Yeah, A Chance on Love was one I just saw it, and I actually watched the whole thing. I rather enjoyed it actually. So it was an advertising campaign manager who needed to come up with this great campaign, and the campaign director who was sent in to kind of oversee it.
Yep.
And it just, until they get it right, they are on. It's kind of Groundhog Day.
Oh, and it's the one where she's like she does like videos.
Yeah.
We just watched that one like 2 days ago.
You just explained all 2,500 Hallmark movies.
Just
No, I'm
does,
just kidding.
she does a TikTok
She's
video.
like, I wish we could just do this over again. And the Santa guy's like, be careful what you wish for.
Right, because it's actually Santa.
And
But
it's like,
they don't know.
it's like
they think
what
it's
she
an
said.
actor playing Santa.
She said, I wish we could do this until we get just what we need.
He
And
goes-
he's so like they get like the amount of viewers that they need one time, and it just replays again because what they need is each other.
See, it's just a deeper meaning than I can
Loved
comprehend.
it. Loved it. It's so cringy though.
Oh, all of it, right?
The
All of
Lindsay Lohan one, she's
I
like
actually
the
cheered when they kissed.
Oh
for the
yeah,
first time.
yeah. I was like,
I was like,
hey, all right.
attaboy.
I sit there and like, because there's always like three.
We didn't see that coming.
There's 3 times in every Hallmark movie where they get close and they kind of like stare at each other in the eyes, and I'm just sitting there and I go, do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna do it. Do it. And then they don't. I go, ah.
Yeah.
And my wife just laughs and she goes, why are you so into this? I'm like, because it's dumb and I love it.
No, it's like,
here we
why-
go.
Why don't you know? Why don't you know that love is good for you?
So
she also loves him because we make fun of him the whole time. Like it's great.
The one that's showing on Friday, December 16th is named Holiday Heritage. At 7 p.m., you can watch the thrilling story of Ella, who returns to her hometown to mend fences with her fractured family.
Yeah.
With the help of Griffin, her ex-boyfriend, she encourages her family to celebrate Christmas and to heal their past wounds before it's too late.
I mean, it's just rom-com on
Fantastic.
steroids.
Yeah.
California Christmas is one you should watch.
I've seen that.
You've seen the one,
Yeah.
the winemaker?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I've
There's
seen
a
that.
second one.
I don't
Have you
know.
seen
I
that
haven't
one?
seen the second one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Like,
They moved back to the city because he like has something he has to take care of.
See, like I thought the proposal would have been a really good Christmas Hallmark.
Great
movie.
movie, though.
Like I thought that would have been a great
Would've been a good
Hallmark
one.
movie.
That's a really
Like
good
that-
movie.
Like that, it would have been on steroids, but
Mhm.
all that. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not against them. They're just inevitable.
Mhm.
And then you begrudgingly go into it. You're just like, okay, I'm gonna watch this because I'm too lazy to change the channel.
But then they get you.
And then it's like, oh, you're not even likable.
Mhm.
So now I'm going to root against you. Oh, you do have a good quality.
Yep.
You do have a good trait.
And sometimes the acting is just terrible.
Oh, the acting is not
Mhm.
like it's just
Yeah, it's bad.
just not.
And there's one girl that I swear one year we were watching, she was in like 4 of them.
There's I want to say Jamie Lee Curtis's daughter is in several of them.
I think so.
I just need to look up
There's that girl from Mean Girls.
Well, no, the one that A Chance on
the
Love.
one that was trying to make fetch happen. She's a really big
A
Hallmark
Chance
movie.
on Love, the woman, the main feature is
Mhm.
somebody's daughter. Like she's an actress's. Look up a chance on Love or A Chance for Love. She's
Oh no, I know exactly who you're talking about.
she's somebody's daughter, like that we all know.
Yeah.
And it was not until the end of it that I went, oh.
I saw her name in it, and because me and Rachel were scrolling through because we're trying to find one to watch because we like to watch them.
So the
and I
lead-
saw her name, and I go, "Is she related to so and so?"
Yes. So
A Chance for Christmas.
A Chance for
Yes.
Christmas. Who's the lead? What's her name?
Okay. Tori Anderson?
Tori Anderson is
No.
Okay. Tori Anderson, Mikey Selkin, and Habri
so,
Larot.
So look and see who her parents are. Go to her Wikipedia page.
Tori Anderson. She
it's
is
just-
Christina A. Chance. Okay, so
She is somebody's daughter, like somebody that we know.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't, like, it wasn't until the end of the movie where they ran it, and I just went,
Christina, that's not right. I put up.
That's not right.
Okay, so Tori Anderson. I need to look up. I looked up her character name, not the
Wait,
her actual name.
Did we have to explain this to him?
No, you do not.
He has no idea what's going on right now.
Sheila Anderson is Tori Anderson's mother.
No.
I'm just telling you what the
Let me see
Wikipedia
the
says.
picture. Let me see the picture.
She is in Campfire Christmas, Spotlight on Christmas, Return to Christmas, all the Christmases. Yeah, this might not be the one you guys are thinking about, but this is definitely a staple Hallmark movie.
She's the face that you recognize. But yeah, she was somebody's daughter.
Whatever.
That's usually the
That's a lot of
ladder that they use.
Okay, so we kind of got off on this thing, but there was a question that we wanted to ask.
This is why we wanted to bring you in the first place.
Yeah. Okay. Who sent it in?
Jeremy the Grill Master asked,
there you go.
What would you get for everyone at the station for Christmas, but you could only shop at the gas station?
No repeat items.
No repeat items.
Okay, easy peasy. Gas station pizza for Vershawn.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
that's going.
Yep.
A burrito for Nick. Coffee and cookies for Rico.
Yes, that's right.
I'd be okay with
that's your breakfast.
Cough lozenges for the year for Sipple. Oatmeal for Jake.
Oatmeal. That's good because Jake makes oatmeal every day.
It's either oatmeal or just like chicken slices.
Deli meat.
Yeah. Deli meat.
The deli lunch meat.
Deli meat
oatmeal
for that.
time.
Oatmeal.
For Jay Foreman, whatever fruit they have.
Yeah, mixed fruit.
Mixed fruit. Whatever that is.
Don't know how fresh it is at the gas station, but yeah.
For Farley, it's hot dogs. Like I got.
It's that big old Mountain Dew.
Yeah. I was just saying.
But you got to get him something to drink.
Yeah.
So that's easy enough. Mark would be the most difficult one, but it would be cupcakes just so he could complain about them.
Yeah. And how
so he can't eat them.
Just so he could complain about how they didn't. Here's what I would have done with that.
Yes.
With that cupcake.
For you, I'm getting those wax bottles.
But they probably don't have those in the gas station. Any old traditional candy.
Okay. Circus peanuts.
I would just throw them in the bottom of a barrel and
I love circus.
Peanuts. I just so it was the thing, but it was the thing. So on social media, like we were talking about Christmas candy, and I'm old enough that old Christmas candy, and I believe it has like a name, but it's like traditional Christmas candy, and it's like the old stuff that your grandmother had in a bowl, sitting on the living room table. That none of it was good, but it just there it is. There it is. Traditional Christmas candy. And it's just the worst. It's the worst.
It looks like things. It looks like things that may have flavor for about 2 seconds, and then they just taste like chalk.
No, then they cross over into another taste. None of them have one taste. They all have they have a name. Like there's a company that did like traditional Christmas candies, and it's a name that you would think of. I don't remember it for this particular moment. And then it was the stuff that would end up in the bottom of your grandmother's bag purse that she'd pull out at church, and they'd shut you up.
She's like, "You'd stop it."
She'd unwrap it and just throw it in your mouth, and then there would always be some piece of tissue that stuck to it, right? Like you had to get rid of the tissue on the candy.
So before we get out of here, I have what? So you remember those candies that had like the strawberry wrapper?
Yeah.
Has anybody ever seen those in a store, or did they just magically appear in everybody's grandma's house?
In the not Golden Corral,
because I've never seen them in a store.
What's the breakfast place everybody goes to? But they only go to it like once a year with family.
Golden Corral?
No, it's
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel. Not Golden Corral. Cracker Barrel is what I was thinking about.
Anywhere in Cracker Barrel, just to go see anything that your grandmother gave you. It's at Cracker
It's at that shop.
Yeah,
it's in the shop.
Are they
front
there?
of the store.
They're there. They're
they have to be.
I'm
there.
just saying, I've never seen those things anywhere except for
100%
just randomly appearing at people's houses.
With that in mind, does anybody buy the things in the front of Cracker Barrel?
Oh, that's where I go.
You've bought stuff.
Oh,
you're the first person I've met that actually buys things.
No. I go in there and I go buck wild.
That's where he does his Christmas shopping.
I go buck wild. Oh, that's for all of you. For all of you. I'm just letting you know. All of you are getting.
Wow, thanks.
You're all getting some candy that is just a reference.
Those strawberry ones?
Yeah.
Delicious. I'll take those.
Yeah. Until you get to the middle of them, and then you just
it's
go
a very
crazy.
weird flavor.
Yeah, it's a weird texture.
I've never met anybody that has bought any food or like the gosh, like the coasters, that just the old fashioned coasters.
Hey Nick, you're
that they have
you're
in
12
Golden
years
Corral.
old.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Met anybody.
You haven't done
I've
it.
never been inside of a Cracker Barrel actually. So that's also
Really?
something. Yeah.
Oh,
Kinda
you
weird.
don't do that now.
I need to. Me and my wife keep wanting to go there.
You
for
guys live
breakfast,
like
but-
5 minutes
Yes,
from there.
I
Don't
know.
do it.
All right,
do it.
that's gonna do
Live
it for
a
the
little,
water
Rico.
cooler.
Yeah.
Happy hour up next.
Sartor Heyman Jewelers